Welcome to Family Friday. Kim John Payne, the author of Simplicity Parenting, runs counter to our mass marketing culture. He holds that if you want your kids to really play, provide them with less but more suitable toys. If you wish your children to really read, provide them with less books, but more appropriate ones. Now, for children, particularly the younger they are, he recommends that you just go through there and pick one or two books that are easy for your kid to get a hold of, and then have a dozen or less on a bookshelf in the room. These, of course, would be books that your kids return to time after time. Now, you may occasionally rotate a book in and out and mix it over time, but you just do not want a number of books to be at your disposal of your child. Otherwise, they'll just be strewn across the room, and that just creates stressing, confusion, and clutter. Again, reducing the number of books available allows your little readers to read deeply with imagination. Sometimes they get into these reading programs where you're erasing a book in order to get to the next of the series. He says that's just consuming, not reading. And the younger the child, the more they love repetition and predictability. That gives them a sense of security. That is why they select the same books to be read time after time. Now, just like it was with toys, Payne says be cautious with those that are marketed as part of a TV program or movie, because those toys tend to do too much, or those books do. So choose books that are developmentally appropriate. That is, does your child understand the story and what's being said and told? For books that are coming from on the topics of kind of coming of age, these are with older kids. Talk to your child and say, okay, let's read it together, or at least let's discuss it together. He says, does the book tell an unfolding story, or is it just kind of mixed all over the place? And does it merely seek to evoke a reaction, or does it feed your children's imagination? Another question, how will your child apply the story of the book into their play? Because what they read tends to come out in their play, and would you be happy with that? Now, it shouldn't surprise you what Payne has to say about clothes. You need to reduce the number of clothes and the variety. Go through the clothes, discard what's worn away, give away what they've outgrown. And then make available the clothing that's seasonably appropriate. And you store out of sight the clothes that are for another season. And you switch these clothes as season changes. And he wants parents to think about, we think about variety and style, and he says that's usually more of a parental concern than a concern of pre-adolescent kids. Pre-adolescent kids are more concerned about what they're going to do once they're dressed than how they look. Make categories of clothes. These clothes are for play, these clothes are for school, these clothes are for church. And again, as he thinks about the whole room, think about the lighting and the odors that are in the room. Sometimes we just overstimulate our kids with sensory overload. We need to tone down the volume of the smells, the sounds, and the lightings in our kids' bedroom. It's no wonder they're hyper and bored. Again, from my point of view, we adults need to declutter our environment by reducing the amount of toys, books, clothes, equipment, smells, and lighting. That would simplify and de-stress our lives. Next time, I'll summarize Payne's ideas of simplifying the schedules of your kids. And again, we'll apply it to we adults as well. Until then, God bless.